Hey, what's going on? Sean Martyr here, or Ginger Declan Rice as I'm also known. Yeah, if you're watching this, you're probably interested in getting clients, making some Wi-Fi money. This is going to be a really quick video on how I signed my first and my second client in about 4 or 5 weeks of launching my business. I have a consulting business, so if you are thinking of starting some kind of consulting business or agency business, or online service business of any kind, I'm hoping this can be useful. The biggest thing that people run into when it comes to obstacles is getting distracted and confused and trying to pay attention to 17 different gurus online and reading 15 different books. The reality is that as soon as I started doing these things, I immediately got results. It was like 2 or 3 weeks of doing this strategy and I got my first sales calls and I signed my first clients. And yeah, while you're at it, let me know about the new haircut. I quite like it. What do you think? Yeah. Anyway, over to the screen. Okay, here we are on the mirror board of truth. And I think one really good place to start is to realize that the biggest mistake that people make is thinking that they need to jump through all of these hoops to get a client and start a business. The reality is you really only need these things. Firstly, you need an offer, right? And the reason you need an offer is because this is the biggest leverage point on your business. It's the reason why you struggle to reach out to people and why they don't respond to you and all these kind of things, because they don't understand what you're selling. They don't see it as relevant to them. If you're relying on inbound referrals and all these like people coming to you to sell your services, and you've been relying on that for some time, then this is the main reason why your outreach isn't working. You've designed your business so that you have to do some kind of discovery process, or you need to learn about them before you can pitch to them. That's exactly why it's not working. You need to be able to communicate what you do in one sentence, and that needs to stand out in the market. Otherwise, if you're just offering general like AI services or sales services or marketing services, it's not relevant enough. It's not going to stand out to them. So we need to get the offer right. The main thing to get the offer right is to make it specific. So you need to pick a niche, and then you need to help them with a specific problem. One offer that I see working really well right now is, for example, AI consultants who are offering AI websites or landing pages with like chatbots and things for like a specific niche, like tradespeople, like plumbers or construction workers, electricians, something like this. And it's like a really specific offer, right? You can reach out, you can cold call a plumber and you can explain this and like, hey, like we'll increase your conversion rates on your inbound leads and inquiries. We'll get you more of these types of jobs and we'll do it through this. So you're not selling AI, you're selling more conversions and more clients. And the way that you deliver it is through AI. And you can provide that service to them. It's a tangible result, like you'll get more of these jobs. That's an example of an offer. A very specific type of person and a very specific type of problem and a very tangible outcome. So that's the number one thing that you need. You need an offer. The second thing you need to be thinking about is how are you going to reach out to your clients? You do not need some complicated marketing funnel. You don't need email marketing. You don't need to be really even producing content. It's not about that. You need one really simple way, an outbound method to contact your clients. This could be cold calling. This could be cold DMs. This could be cold email, right? You need a way to contact these people, and they need to be easy to contact. So, local businesses are a really good one because you can just find them on Google Maps. Service businesses, agencies, they're good. You can find them on LinkedIn. You can find their emails on sites like Apollo, for example. You just need a way to contact them. And it's really easy to do this. Just go and look up on YouTube. There's like a million guides on how to do cold email and how to do cold DMs. But the clear thing here is you don't want to do automations. You want to do manual. You want to be sending like 10 to 20 of these a day. Or if you're cold calling, dial like 50 people a day, as many as you can, but like that's the minimum. And if you have your offer right, then all you're doing is just presenting your offer to people. And eventually people are going to be like, yeah, that's cool. Like, let's try it. The goal at this point is just to set a sales call, right? So you're not trying to sell to them. You're trying to sell the call. And then the last thing that you need to do is do a sales call. So your offer is going to be high ticket, right? You're selling something that's like 2K, 5K, 10K, something like this. And then what you're going to do is get on a sales call and you're going to pitch it to them. You're going to do about 20 minutes of discovery. You're going to pitch your offer to them in about 5 minutes. 20 minutes of objections. and then they're going to buy from you or they're not going to buy from you, right? Real simple. You don't let them have, I'm going to think about it, or I'm going to go away and talk to my dog and like get permission from my cousin's boyfriend or whatever, right? You get the decision on the call. It's a really, really important point. That's why you have these 45 to 60-minute sales calls, so that you can go through the entire process. If you're curious to see my exact sales script, I'm going to be sharing that in my community real soon. So if you check the first link in the description, you can come join that community there. I'll be sharing my entire sales script and sales process for that, if that's useful for you. So if you want that, go join it. No other pitch for you, right? Just go join the community. It's in there. And that is pretty much it. Like, that is all you need to close your first client, right? You need a good offer that stands out. You need a way of contacting people and to do it consistently every day. And then you need a repeatable sales process for every sales call that you go through. There is nothing else. You don't need a logo. You don't need a website, right? You don't need like 7 different domains and Gmail accounts. You don't need all this stuff. You need an offer, right? This should take you like 20 minutes to come up with. You need to look up a way of contacting people. Go and look up a YouTube video. This will take you an hour. And then you need to do that every day for like 3 to 4 hours and then do all the sales calls. That's just how I got my first client. This is how I got my second client. This is how I'm continuing to do clients and getting close to like doing 10K a month at the moment. So just do that, right? If you are looking for other things to do, you're distracting yourself. These are the only things you need to do. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.